Everybody wants to rule. Hey, listen, I guess there's times where I get into this thing where I'm like, the intro has to do with music, and I try to go into it. We're going to talk 2073. It's right now exclusively on HBO Max, so you can check that out. It's rated R, running time of an hour and 25 minutes. But where are my manners? As the world is ending, I could at least have manners. I'm the Dad Panther, writer, streamer, content creator, master of none, and this is another episode of the Critics Collective. And before we go on our highs and lows and we rate this, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, notification bells on. And if there happens to be something in the links, the description, we get a nice little kickback, and we appreciate that. Now, with that being said, IMDb says a woman living in a, let's do something different. I don't know if we can put a clock. Yeah, I don't know if we can put a clock on the screen. I'm going to review this motherfucker in a minute. In a minute. The next time I open my mouth, that's when the clock will start. All right. And I'm not gonna look at, I have notes over here. Fuck these notes. We're gonna talk. Your time is valuable. You could have been anywhere in the world. This movie, 2073, is about a woman where she's going through, the world is ending, it's over, post-apocalyptic. I love shit like that. And she is going through scavenging, and you're trying to find out the events of how she got where she is and the world is where it is happened 37 years ago. But they don't tell you that. What they do is they tell you the things leading up to the event. Here's the thing. You're hoodwinked, okay? It's not a fucking movie. It's a documentary. Okay, so I was hoping for like The Division or The Last of Us type of vibe, and you get it fictionally in this world, but it doesn't exist because they just keep hitting your ass with motherfucking micro-sized documentaries about various things, from politics to technology to world relations to social media to all this other stuff, and they don't paint it, in my opinion, as even as there's one side. It's painted as a certain narrative, and that's the narrative you get. There is no you decide. The way they do it very similar to some other stuff that we've seen about technology or Facebook and things, and soon we'll see with AI. They do it in a way where they show you all this data and all these examples, and a lot of it, I believe, is real examples. Here's the thing. For someone like me, I've seen it already. I kind of knew. So it was nothing new. What I was hoping was the motherfucking storyline of the world is ending, and we're fast forward and we're in 2073, but we're not. So let's go ahead and rate this motherfucker. We rate stuff from a 0 to a 5. 5 being amazing, 0 being horrible. Let's be honest, okay? Let's be honest. We're going to rate this as 0. I'm sorry, it's a 0. I do not like to watch a movie where I have no clue what the fuck is going on, and I feel like I was duped. I feel like an hour and 30 minutes of my time, I can go watch something else. Like I said before, the 2073 showcases a end of the world and a woman walking, and you see some other people, and there's a nod to what could be a twist, but then you're trying to move all the other shit out of the way. The documentary, you're like, I didn't. If I wanted a fucking documentary, I'll watch one. Maybe it's just me, and if that's the case, my bad. But again, the world was ending. I wanted a storyline based on this woman and the people that I briefly saw and what this could mean. I didn't want something that felt like, these are your views. This is what you should think politically. This is what you should think about the world around you, without giving you the conversation to research or decide, what do you want to do? There's nothing other than to say it's fucking 0. And if I could tear away the false of there's a movie versus this is a documentary. Had I walked in and said this is a documentary, I might have watched it, and I could see me saying as a documentary, it was a 2. It wasn't average. It was below average. It was shot very similar to a lot of ones that are similar in this tone. But you could have been anywhere in the world, and you chose to be here. I don't know if I did it all in a minute. I don't think I put the full rules. I was really going with the movie, like saying what the movie is, not necessarily the rating. I don't know what I was doing, but all I know is I wouldn't recommend this. I'm just saying, could have been anywhere in the world, and you could have been in 2073. And when 2073 comes around, and I'm not here, and you watch this, and you'll look at this and you'll say, it predicted. You wouldn't, but it didn't, because it didn't talk about that. It talked about some shit that's happening right now and some stuff that's happened some decades ago. And